What is up, guys? This is the Zoostuber, and today I am back with a little mini breakdown for The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 5 promo, and the episode is titled Now. Now, this is not my full breakdown of the entire promo. This is basically, I went through, I saw a couple of clips that look like they go together, and I want to talk about it because it does look like, in this episode, Ron and Carl get into a fight. Now, we don't know the extent of this fight, what's going to go on with that, but it does look like it could get pretty heated, and could result in some very interesting things, and we'll talk about that when we get there. But one of the shots in the promo is this right here, which I just showed you, and it features someone with a blue jacket on, looking at Carl, and putting their hand on their gun/knife, which I think it's a knife in the case of Ron. And now some of you might be thinking, hey, that doesn't mean a thing. It's just they're just showing someone put their hand on their knife. But we saw this particular shot when Rick did the exact same thing to Jesse and Pete in season 5, episode 13 at the end. And it's usually this type of shot when we see characters in the background. It's usually to imply some kind of tension between two characters, or some kind of anger towards a certain character, in this case from Ron to Carl. So that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think anyone's really going to argue on that point. But as we continue, we get a cool little shot here of Carl. He looks like he just heard something that he didn't like, probably Ron, mouthing off to him, saying some stuff, and that's going to result in a little bit of an argument, which could lead into a bit of a little fight going on between the two youngsters. But more interesting than that, as we continue, we get a quick shot here of someone else. Once again, they keep not showing us who this person is. Another jean jacket, putting the knife into the grass. Probably a walker here on the ground, but that remains to be seen. Like I said, I'm betting this is Ron. And then the most interesting shot of the promo is this right here, where we see someone advancing on Carl, putting their hand up for like a shove type of thing. And it does appear that it is Ron, based on just this here, based on his hair and based on what he's wearing. So I'm willing to bet that Carl and Ron get into some kind of fight in this episode. It could be a big fight, it could not. That's not really what I want to talk about, but I do think, as you guys know, in the comics, this is a comic book spoiler, so if you don't want to know anything about the comics, then I would not listen to this. But Carl does lose an eye, and for those of you who do know, when Carl loses an eye, it's not because of Ron in the comics. However, given what this show likes to do to us fans, just the emotional roller coaster it wants to put us through, and how they like to change things, is it possible that it could be Ron's fault Carl loses an eye? In the show, it could be possible, yes. Will it go down like that? It remains to be seen. I really want to know your guys' thoughts. Do you think the show would do something like that, where Ron, takes Carl's eye out, maybe not intentionally, but in the fight something happens, maybe he swings a knife and goes for Carl, and it just hits his eye, or he shoots him or something like that? We'll have to wait and see. I'm willing to bet they're going to probably save the eye thing, if they do it, for the Season 6 mid-season finale, during, hopefully, the No Way Out, big scene from the comics. But I want to know your guys' thoughts. Comment down below and let me know. Do you think Ron and Carl will be in a fight this episode, or will it get diffused pretty quickly and it'll be kind of anticlimactic? I'm not too sure, but this episode does look like it's going to be flashing between this group of people here in Alexandria, as well as Aaron and Maggie, presumably looking for Glenn. That's what it looks like in the teaser, but I'll get into that in a different video. So have yourselves a wonderful night, and I'll be back at you guys later.